Yes. No way. Oh my God.
Very subtle.
Unbelievable. Oh. And he missed it. Oh my God. Ooh la la. Boom.
No chance.
That's crazy. Game, set, and match. This is too much.
Whew. Sorry for the inconvenience, but we are back at the changeover. I'm sure you watched this match and you see high dioxidine. You see that this kid is really amazing, even though he's down 3 love. The thing is, he doesn't have the typical type of game to cause problems to Sinner, because Sinner, you have to be able to go through him and hurt him with heavy shot, with super powerful shots, a bit like Fonseca has a game that is better to hurt Jannik, but I wouldn't say that is the case of Tien. But it shows how good this kid is. He's amazing. Quality of his movement, intensity. He's so close to the baseline because he's not a powerful player, as you see. He's not. He's quite short. Doesn't have huge power, but he uses the power of the opponent to create his own because he stays close to the baseline and he runs, cutting the trajectory so well. He has a great sense for the game. What I told you would happen happened. I said he's going to double fault probably at big moments because he's going to feel the pressure of Jannik and he's going to go for too much. But at least he makes Jannik work hard, and if he's able to maintain that, let's see how Jannik handles it, because the match is going to be physical. As you can see, he doesn't miss much and he's really pushing all the time and moving the guys. So it's going to be a very physical match for Jannik, and last time he had physical matches was in Australia and it didn't turn out well for him. So I think it's important for Lerner to be patient and evacuate the doubt, because when you start the match playing that well and you're down 3-0 and you play against one of the 2 best players in the world, you can start to think, wow, okay, I don't have the level, or things like this. He has to evacuate this and keep doing what he's doing. He's not that far, the drop backhand volley, he misses a few things here and there. Otherwise, the score would be different and he would be able to still have a chance in this set, but this didn't happen. 30-15, love 3. He was also 40-15 up on his service game. So a bit more unforced errors today. Hi, Manav Kohli 97. Yeah, so close yet so far, yeah. So as you didn't hear me, I want to go back to what I said to you because I think it's important. Great. That's what he does great. The slice out wide, lefty slice, and forehand down the line. I said to you at the start of the match, forehand down the line is by far his best shot. He loves to do it. So that's what he's going to do a lot in this match. And an ace. For a guy this height, I think he's serving amazing. Just goes a lot for the winner on second serve, so that's why he hits too many double faults. Okay, what I told you at the start that you didn't hear because the sound was bad is, first of all, I'm super excited for that Twitch project. I love it, and I want to do something big with you guys. We are working at the moment on rewards, exceptional rewards for the subscribers. I don't want to say more because I'm going to reveal it in a few days, but be ready. It's going to be amazing for you guys. Now, talking about this match in particular and all the matches now, let's stay focused on the match and talk about the match. If you have other questions, any kind of other questions, tennis related, of course, keep them, write them down, because we're going to do a just chatting where we're going to come back to what happened during this Indian Wells and about the tour in general. And we can talk about anything. It's going to be on Monday at 3 p.m. European time, but you'll get informed. So keep those questions for this moment, and let's talk mostly here about this match. A forehand in the net is it's quite normal. He feels that it's very difficult to hit winners on Jannik, so he might try to go a bit for too much sometimes and miss more than usual. But yeah, I would like also, I'm interested to see how, thank you, Stefaru, to be excited as well. I'm very interested to see how Jannik is able to manage a physically difficult match. Of course, if the score goes too fast, it's not going to be that physical. But if Lerner finds a way to push a little bit score-wise Jannik, the match will definitely be very physical because Lerner makes opponents work a lot. It's a bit too many unforced errors. As I said, when the match starts like this and you play such an amazing player, it's tough. His coach is telling him to use the towel in his eye. Strange. Yeah, I hope you guys have watched Tien earlier in that tournament against Davidovich Fokina. But I think the most impressive I've seen of him was at the Australian Open. I mean, the match he played against Medvedev was unreal. Unreal. On top of every ball, finding unbelievable angles, short cross, boom, down the line, but playing so fast. He can play incredibly fast, and I love to see players who find a way to use their full potential. And again, his height, his lack of power, he finds a way to compensate it so well with his movement forward, cutting angles, moving, being on top of the ball every time. You can see that a bit like, I think, David Goffin when he was at the top of his game. He was in the top 10, reached the final of the ATP Masters. So same kind of player. Righty, but same kind. Not a big, tall, strong guy, but using the pace of the opponent incredibly well. Redirecting the ball, using the pace, so you're able to create your own pace. 1-4, but it's only one break, so it's not a big deal. Just have to win his serve and find a way to return a bit better Sinner's serve and cut a little bit the unforced errors. Just stay with him. Stay with him. Don't try to go for too much. Stay with him. You can. Those two guys played each other last year, at the end, actually, of last year. It was in the final of a tournament in China. In China, I think. And Tien lost 6-2, 6-2. So it was one-sided. And he might have this in mind as well, especially when the score is 4-1. You immediately, when this happened not so long ago, you immediately start to think about it, which is hurting your game. You have to find a way, all those negative things. So the 50% points on first serve for Tien so far, it's less than his percentage of points won on second serve the whole tournament. Great serve. Oh, yeah, that's a big mistake because the return was short. Today I feel, for the moment, since he's been broken, I feel he's a bit flat-footed. On this one, he didn't adjust his legs at all. He was too close to the ball and it ended up going to the net. Another good serve. If I was coaching him, I would tell him, keep the ball in play. Don't go for too much. Keep your legs moving and make sure that make the match difficult for him. Don't give him easy points by trying to go for too much and missing too much. Great, very well done again, thanks to his serve. 2 points in a row. Yes. That was much better. But the thing is, if you play a shot that doesn't hurt, Manav Kohli 97. I wish you a great night. Oh yeah, India. Yeah, you have to go to sleep. I agree. Another forehand mistake. Yeah, if you go to Jannik's forehand, you have to hurt him. On the backhand, you can manage to not hurt him, but on the forehand, if he has time to, he's gonna kill you. Another break point. Very good serve. Great, very well done. Should have been at the net. Now he goes to the net, but it's too late. When you see that the guy is so far, why don't you come to the net? He would have finished easily. And I really feel, because the first two games were amazing level and so tough for Jannik. Yeah, he won the two games, but Tien had two points to win his serve. He had this volley that he missed. That was easy. And I really feel that after those two games, it really hurt Tien mentally. It really hurt him because since that second game happened, he's not the same player. He's making so much more unforced errors. Yeah, that's a big mistake again because Sinner is out of the court. The ball is in your racket. Put some spin and put the ball in the court. That's enough. He would have won the point. Do you guys like this thing, the quality, these figures that the ATP shows every time? Forehand quality today, backhand quality, serve quality, match quality. Let's Line Live. Maybe he's overthinking. He's clearly overthinking. He's going to lose probably 6-1 this set, and then he's going to think, wow, the last three sets I played against this guy was 6-2, 6-2, 6-1. I have no chance. It probably doesn't say I have no chance, but there is a little voice in his head telling this, and it hurts it's kind of accepting the domination of the guy. Jannik is amazing, no doubt about it, but where a guy like Draper is amazing, he never thinks the guy is too good for him. Never. Marat's 11, the match is on Tennis TV. I'm watching it on Tennis TV, by the way. Ferrer, it's a good question. So yes, in preview, the preview you didn't hear because the sound was bad. Let's go back to the preview, the statistics, so you'll understand better. And if you have questions after that, feel free to ask. So before the match, we went through the Muratoglu analytics team did work, and we're going to give you a few insights. First of all, the backhand of Sinner. We've said the backhand of Sinner is unbelievable in that tournament. The tour average is 9 backhand unforced errors per match. Jannik hit in 2025 only averaged 6.4 unforced errors per match with the backhand. But this week, 3.7 average. It's unbelievable. Almost never misses a backhand. So that's the first piece of information. Then the problem is also the second serve of Tien, because against Shelton he double faulted 10 times. Why? Because Shelton was putting a lot of pressure on Tien's second serves. So this might happen today also, because Jannik is going to exploit every second serve of his opponent. But the good thing for Tien is that he won 51% of the points on second serve through the tournament. Now it's the time spent at the net. So Ferrer, this is for you. So average the tour, there are 13% of the points that end up at the net. In 2025, Jannik went 12% of the time, and this week 15. So it's much more. Doesn't explain why he doesn't go in this match, but he doesn't need to, probably so far. Maybe the mistake comes earlier. How can Tien beat Sinner on the baseline? That's a good question. So by making the rallies long, because Tien won 76% of the rallies of 9 points or more throughout that tournament. And on the other hand, Jannik won 75% of the points between 0 and 4 points. So serve plus 1, 2, 3. And return, same. So he's very aggressive on serve and return. And when a rally is short, is amazing. Super successful. So for Tien, that will be a goal is to keep the ball in play, make these rallies last. Very close to the net, this one again. Oh, a backhand unforced error. A few other things. First of all, Tien's natural game is counterpunching. So they think it will need to bring variety. I think he needs to keep the ball in play and keep moving Jannik all the time. And Tien's best shot is the forehand down the line that he loves to use, another double fault. And how many double faults so far? I think not so many, but on the other hand, the score was fast, 6-1, so he didn't hit many. Second serves, he won. That's an interesting statistic. It's 3 double faults already. But Tien won more. That's the type of mistake he shouldn't do. Keep the ball. Don't try to play too close to the lines, too close to the net. Take more margin, accept to rally against Jannik. If he kills you, he kills you, but at least make it happen as much as you can. But Tien won 60% of the point on his second serve and 42% on his first serve. That's very special. Good second serve body. Yeah, let's line live. I don't know if I was clear, because you say it's not much between 75 and 76. Jannik wins 75% of the points between 0 and 4 shots, and Tien wins 76% of the points. So most of the points when the rallies goes 9 shots and more. So Sinner should try to make the points shorter because he wins most of the points, and Tien should make the points longer because he wins most of the points when it's longer. That's better. You move him, no mistake, and see what happens. NDJ, do you think a stat like that matters? Because yeah, Tien has won more 9+ shot rallies this tournament, but that's not been against Sinner. Sinner always manages to find a way to win those long rallies, especially in this matchup. I understand your point. I still think it's a good option to do this. Maybe he will win. Maybe it's going to be 50-50 on long rallies, but 50-50 is not 75% of points won for Sinner. It's 50-50. So there is a match. And also it will make the match longer, more physical. And as you know, in the most physical matches, Jannik lost almost all of them. There is a statistics that I'm going to show you that is quite impressive. Hi, Linda. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, so let me find it. So, I mean, it's 3 hours 50. We're not there, but maybe 3 hours. If it's a super physical match, it can happen. So all the matches that went over 3 hours and 50 minutes in his career, Jannik lost them. Shapovalov in the Australian Open 2021, 3 hours 55. 4 hours lost to Tsitsipas, Australian Open 2023. 4 hours lost to Medvedev, Wimbledon 2024, etc., etc. All of them. And on the other hand, I think Alcaraz won all of them. I mean, all the matches, the long matches. Oh, better. See? I think it's very important. So you understand my point, I guess, NDJ? I don't know. That's a good question. But he cramped also. Not one time. He cramped several times. You know, I mean, there are not so many ways to beat Sinner. Huh? You have to outplay him. Like Alcaraz doesn't completely outplay him, but he can sometimes outplay him. Or you have to make the match very tough for him. But if you don't outplay him and don't make it tough, then you have no chance. Oh, it's a lot of luck. He was love 30, would have been love 40. Very lucky. Okay, we have a statistic about the first set, so let's have a look at it. Oh, put it when you have it, no problem. That was very lucky. So Mavax, welcome to the chat for the first time. Love from Russia back. I mean, love to Russia, sorry, because you wrote love from Russia. Second serve, that's tough because he has an occasion. He can't afford to miss it. Oh, you see? Big mistake. Big mistake. 2 break points. Let's see what happens. But I tell you, Tien is tough to play. It's tough to play because he's cutting the trajectories. He makes he makes you run a lot, and he, you know, when he plays well, he makes you run a lot. He doesn't miss much. He puts so much pressure on you all the time, and it's very physical. And you know, Medvedev cramped against him twice. They played each other twice 3 times last year. Tien won twice, and plus at the Australian Open, and both times Medvedev cramped, and he's not a guy who's cramping. I don't remember seeing. This is the mistakes he can't afford to make. Not even less at this moment, and not in the net. Take margin. Linda, I said it a bit earlier. I would tell him, listen, cut the mistakes, play higher over the net, take more margin everywhere, keep the ball in play, and keep moving him, and be consistent. That's all. Don't go for too much. Okay, before we go through the stats, I would like just to see this point because it's very important. It's a break point. And if Tien is 2-love up in the second, maybe the match can take another turn. But no, an ace. When you have the chance, don't miss it. You don't hit a forehand in the net for no reason when you have the break point at this moment of the match. Okay, summarize of first set. 6-1 for Sinner, 45% of unreturned serves. Actually, the return is really some area in which Tien needs. It's not the first time I realized that he needs to improve. And Tien only 17% of unreturned serve, 10 forced errors and 10 unforced errors. And the difference between the two is another mistake. The difference between the two is thin, so it can be even more unforced error. This one, for example, is forced or unforced. It was a good kick serve, but he missed the return. For me, it's forced. It's unforced error because it's not like Yazel, welcome to the chat. That's for me a turning point, because when you have chance like this at that special moment of the match, you don't give the point. You have a chance to go 2-love up against your opponent. You don't miss it. I mean, he can outplay you. It's fine, but don't give the point. Exactly. Tien knows how to play like this. He knows. He does this at every single match. Just keep the ball in play. Keep the guy moving. Stay there. Stay with him. You know, it's like a race. If you make unforced errors, the guy thinks, oh, he's pulling back. Oh, and he's super relaxed and he can play better. Stay with him. Make him feel that you're here, that you're right behind, that the moment he will go down, you'll be there, and then you can pass him. Of course, the match is not over, but it frustrates me that he doesn't take the opportunities. Oh, wow, Linda, that's amazing to offer a subscription. And I don't know if you were there, but I explained that there will be unbelievable rewards for the guys who subscribed. And I'm going to reveal them very soon. You won't believe it. Show you. Actually, I saw something today. I have a lot of those things in my... let me show you. Another enforced error. No reason to miss this one. Why you miss? Okay. You know those shoes? They're cool, no? Whose shoes are there? I'll let you think about it. That shows that is not... The mindset is not there today for Tien. He's on the ball. Why don't you play it? Why do you leave it and then, oh, it was in? No. I mean, it's not mistakes. It's mistakes that guys do when the focus is not good. Yes, that's what he does so well. Cutting trajectories, going down the line. Amazing. I was putting the shoes back. Sorry. Oh, I have a stat to answer what you guys asked. During set 1, Tien won 67% of the points over 9 shots. Okay, keep the ball in play. Mamma mia. It's tough to see. I ask you guys, Linda, whose shoes are they? Nobody answers? Okay. No. Out. Another given point on an easy shot. I mean, yeah, we have to say for those guys, it's an easy shot. Manny Aki, I don't think he thinks he can't win. I think he's shocked. I think he's shocked by another unforced error for me, because he's on the ball. Just put some spin in it. Yeah, no, it's not Tsitsipas. And I give you a hint, it's not a male. No, he doesn't think he can't win. He just is under pressure because, you know, the score goes too fast. But you need to calm down and just play. So, yes, if I was in his box, I would tell him, stop, put the ball in, run, cut the trajectories. Don't go for too much. Take margin and stay there. Stay with him. Yeah, so I tell you, you guys are not players, huh? Oh, the Zlatan guy. Most probably it will be Sinner against Alcaraz. So the semifinals would be Zverev Sinner, and on the other side it could be Alcaraz or Norrie. So probably Alcaraz against Draper or Medvedev. Which one is more open? I don't think it's Serena, by the way. Now You make me doubt. I was sure who it was, but no. No. By the way, listen, I don't want to say anything wrong. I had somebody else's shoes in mind. I will double check before telling you. But it's either Serena or Naomi Osaka. Yeah. So I have many of those things. Here I have the racket of Naomi. Here the racket of Simona Halep. I have rackets of Serena, of course. Also have rackets of Holger Rune. 6-1, 2-1. No, I'm not going to any tournament this year. I'm not coaching anyone, and I don't plan to coach anybody for the next years. So I won't be at the tournaments, but I'm gonna watch for sure. Linda, we'll see that. I told you I have unbelievable rewards for the people who are subscribers. But I'll reveal that this week. No, I never hit with Roger. He asked me several times, but I said no. Sorry, I'm tired. Joking, of course. Who would refuse that? And I understand, I'm thinking about this match again. For Tien, at some point, as I said, you play your best because the first 2 games he played unbelievable. And you're down 2-love and 3-love because the guy serves well. And you think, even if it's not conscious, you have the feeling that you have no chance. That's why it's so important to be there at every point. 2 times he hits the net. He plays too low. Thank you, Linda. He would be honored. So we have also people interacting on YouTube. So Paulo Roberto dos Santos 5769 says, Tien is the Ferrer of this generation. Does everything well, okay, but nothing special. Well, I understand why you would compare them. I understand. I mean, definitely he's not a player with big weapons. He doesn't have a big serve or huge forehand, or he's not Draper. He's not Fonseca, but the guy is good. And I think, maybe it sounds weird, but I think if the mindset is a bit different today, I think he can beat Jannik today, or at least make him really, really be in trouble. But he's young, so he will need time to understand that. I'm sure. Oh la la, double fault. I'm sure that Michael Cheng will explain that to him after the match. Thank you, Stefaru. But Sinner never forgets that guys need to play high over the net. Tien did today completely, another one in the net. But, it's funny because when you watch tennis on TV, you think the pros play this close to the net. When you are there, you see that they play 1.5 meter. Even guys like Roger, he was playing so high over the net. Because why would you take a risk? Why would you play close to the net and have a chance to miss? It's tennis. It's tennis percentage at that level. I feel that Tien really gave up mentally very early. After the 2 break points he didn't make in the start of the second set, game over. Yeah, broken to love with only unforced errors. It's interesting today because we had 2 young guys playing 2 top guys. We had Zverev, Arthur Fils, and now Tien, Sinner. Same scenario. Fils didn't play today. Yeah, he didn't play. A bit the same when he played Alcaraz in the final of Doha. And Tien, he doesn't play the match. He played the match 2 games. 2 games, amazing. And then game over. How high over the net? Average, I don't have the exact figure, but it's around 1 meter, I would say, average. It's this, 1 meter. But I can find the stat for you. It's a very good question. Mani Aki, I will look for the average height over the net of the top 100 players, and I will tell you. And whatever your level you have, keep this in mind, and please work on it. I'm not answering questions that have nothing to do with the match. As I said, I would like to stay focused on the match and the tactical things about the match. The match is not, it's very one-sided, but still, we're talking about Tien hitting the net, and because he doesn't take the margin over the net, it's about the match. And on Monday, I said it, but I say it again. Monday, we'll have just chatting where you can ask we'll come back to everything that happened in Indian Wells and the ranking of the guys and what's happening on tour, but also any kind of other question is going to be Monday at 3 European time. So guys, feel free to come and ask any kind of question. I'm trying to stay to keep the focus on the match when we do these commentaries. Again, ball in the net. I think that Sinner's forehand today is very good, and in general it's his best shot. The backhand is the more solid. It doesn't miss backhands. But forehand, he hurts so much. Thank you, Let's Line Live, for being here on Monday. We're gonna have fun. Yeah, but his forehand is lethal. Stefaru, I'm not criticizing you. I know you speak only about the match. It's great. Hello from Scotland, Aberdeen FC1903CFD. You want to make my life complicated today, huh, with your name. Welcome on the chat. Happy to have you with us. It's funny because we've been doing quite a lot of live so far, and there are some guys who are there all the time, and I feel I know you because we've been chatting a lot, and I have no idea what you guys look like, so it's funny. I don't even know if you're a man or a woman. I mean, I'm not saying this for someone in particular, I'm saying in general. So Stefaru, Les Line Live, the Zlatan guy. There is one I know, it's Linda, but everybody else, I have no idea. Who else is here often? And DJ. Today there are not many of the usual ones, just the ones I named. Apocalypse Chet, but Apocalypse Chet didn't talk today. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be tough for Tien because he played Sinner twice. Last time was 6-2, 6-2 in a final. And today it's most probably going to be 6-2, 6-2 as well. So it's going to be tough for the next time he's going to play him. Because when you get crushed like this twice, not easy to go to the match with the belief that is needed. To beat a guy like Sinner, you need a crazy belief. And that's why I always thought that a guy like Draper, for example, would be amazing. Because Draper believes in himself. That's unbelievable. And I like that. Same for, Ben Shelton. Same. Amazing. He never thinks, oh, this guy is too good for me. Even some players that don't think like this, but there's this little voice telling them that. Of course, Novak. I was talking about the young guys coming up. I think Fonseca has it as well. And I liked how he handled the defeat against Jannik. He was so disappointed that he lost. I like this. It's a good sign for me. And I remember Sabalenka when she was younger and top 100 already, but maybe 80 or 70. I don't remember her ranking, but she had a coach that I knew well. And he was telling me, she's crazy. She thinks she's better than anyone. She thinks nobody's at her level. She's 70 or she believed. She had a very high opinion of her level and of her ability. And that's one of the things I look at all the time. Okay, let's go back to the match. Yeah. Again, keep in mind, when he's able to go 9 shots or more, he wins the immense majority of the points, 67. So let's line, you think the quality is high? Let's be honest, he ran into a hurricane. I don't believe. I agree with you, the quality is super high, for sure. I mean, Sinner he almost never loses to anyone except Alcaraz. So for sure. But I tell you, this guy has the tennis to play with Sinner and make the match difficult. Again, a ball that touches the net. Too low. Unbelievable defense. Oh no, what is this? Yes, I agree. I've seen a lot of matches of Tien before this year. And I was thinking, wow, he's so calm. He doesn't show anything. Yes, Stefaru, a very high number of net balls. It's really surprising especially from Sinner. Doesn't make that many, but he makes, and usually barely makes one. Yeah, and lately I think he shows much more, Tien, and he looks quite often. He looks really. His body language I agree, is not as great as before. Oh, Paranoid Storm Crow. You took your second subscription. Great, thank you. You're really impressed by Tien? Me too. But, I mean, difficult to say today because today is not impressive. But I'm impressed. I've said before the Australian Open, look at this guy. Everybody speaks about Fonseca. Everybody speaks about mostly Fonseca. Mensik a little bit, but mostly Fonseca. And Mensik and Tien are really, really good too. And actually, Mikkelsen is also good. He's only 21, this kid. Breakpoint. What a return. So deep. Short. Good. Deep. Good. Oh, yeah. Lamfrele, welcome to the chat. It's a good question. I don't think he could learn much because, as you say, their game styles are completely different. I think that Lerner could have learned from his last match against Sinner. And maybe he watched the match, probably, of Fonseca. And you've seen Fonseca, being able to outplay Jannik a lot of times with his power. And maybe that's why he's forcing a little bit, thinking, I have to do more. Then, no, it's not your game. When you try to go out of your game style, you have no chance. Try to do what you know to do the best way you can do it. And if there are some tactical things, of course, bring them in. I mean, technical things because of who are you're playing against. Of course, you have to add them, but keep your game style. That's it. I think that Sinner, I can tell you, is really happy that he went this way. You could see it on his face, actually, when he won the match point. I think he was, when the match started, the first two games, he thought, ooh, this is going to be a good nightmare. But then, Tien imploded. Literally imploded. So he made the match way easier for Jannik. Well, thank you guys. That was cool. You have two great matches. I'm going to go to sleep because, you know, my life is not easy at the moment with day work and night matches. Oh, you have a women's match? What else is... I can't leave you like that. I cannot leave you like that. What's happening? What else is happening? You have the two other quarterfinals. Tonight, you're going to have Alcaraz Nori and Draper Medvedev. You're going to enjoy, I tell you guys. And you have also a women's match. So Zabalenka beat Mboko. You have Pegula Rybakina. You have Noskova Gibson, who's they're playing now. Checking the score. Srilov for Noskova in the third. And what else you have? And we have a statistic coming up. So I'm staying with you anyway a bit longer. They're showing on TV the stats of the match. So what else do we have? And Svitolina Swiatek after Noskova Gibson. So a lot of good matches. You're going to enjoy your night for sure. So yes, Jannik played a very good match, but you know it's a two-way street. So when someone is giving you a lot of points and playing short, then it makes the match easier. The one between Medvedev and Draper, I agree, is going to be the most exciting one, I think. I mean, it's always exciting to watch Alcaraz play, but I think this one is more uncertain about the result. I hope that Draper is still in shape because he hasn't played for so long and so many matches in a row and such a tough one against Novak in the previous round. We have a statistic coming up. Okay, so forehand of Sinner today. Okay, so that's the net clearance. Over the net, 0.75 meters average. So I said 80, so I was not close. 0.7. So 75 centimeters. Tien today 64, Sinner today 67. So you're right, they played really low compared to usual. And on the backhand, it's almost the same, 76 centimeters. Tien today 63 centimeters and Sinner 67. That was the answer to some of the questions. Will I stream both men and both men's semifinals? I will see. I cannot answer you now, Stefero. I'm sorry, but as soon as I know, I'll let you know for sure. Thank you, Paranoid Storm Crow, again for subscribing. That was cool. That was too short, but that was cool. I see you guys tomorrow, and for all the Europeans, have a great night. For all the other ones, enjoy your day. You have such a nice day of tennis. Bye-bye.